Welcome back to the All Ball Pod. Today, we've got a lot of things to talk about. What a weekend. Let's just start it right away.
Before we get started, though, hit the like button. Tell them what our sub goal is for the end of the season.
We want to hit 1,500 subs total. So 1,000, a little bit less than 1,000 more. So
to go. Hit the sub button. Let's get right into it.
Tell your friends, comment, turn on the notification bell.
Facts.
Let's get right into it. I'm ready to talk about Manchester City versus Newcastle. Of course, we know what the result was. Oscar Bob, dagger, last minute croqueta, bit of filth.
When we need a Norwegian to step up, Oscar Bob steps up.
Nah, you're trolling.
Nah, but what a game, honestly. What a game. Good return for the Premier League. And look, there's lots of things to talk about in this game. First thing I want to address, though, is this ridiculous, like, officiating rule, late offsides calls. It needs to go. I'm finished with it, bro. It's ridiculous. Why are we risking players to get injured, risking last-ditch tackles, all of this for ridiculous late offsides calls? As now John Stones injured because of the same thing that happened a couple weeks ago. Now Ederson injured because just something so unavoidable. He was miles off. The linesman can see it.
Yeah.
And he doesn't call it. And could have costed us the game. Look, Ortega's a great backup, but come on, we're losing our keeper 5 minutes into the game because of something as stupid as that. Yeah. Ridiculous. I mean, we complain about refs, VAR every weekend. Now I hate VAR in general, and this is another reason why they just need to change the rules up. But other than that, though, when it comes to the game, Newcastle, do you think Newcastle deserved something out of this
100%.
game?
Especially the first half. The way that they were playing first half, they were cooking. Realistically, they were cooking. They should have had probably a lot more than 2 goals, if I'm honest. Isak missed a couple of really good chances. Walker was twerking on the dance floor.
Brother, yo. I got no words for him, bro. At this point,
realistically, if we're being serious, that brother is going through something in terms in terms of his life.
True, that's his own fault. It
is his own fault, and then I guess that shows like why he's not stepping up. He's not winning his 1v1s.
But that's not an excuse. This guy is captain. This guy is captain of a treble-winning side. You can't let your misses dictate how you're performing on the pitch, bro.
Hey, bro.
Look, I'm not going to defend Walker because at this point, if you've been watching the channel, you know I want this man's gone. He's a bald fraud. And, it was just a terrible performance. Both goals, in my opinion, are on him. The Isak goal, he showed him his...
I don't know.
He showed him
Maybe not Isak.
Nah, he showed him his right foot so easily. Gordon was obviously making the overlapping run, so he was worried about that. But let him play Gordon, bro. That's not the danger. Isak, don't let him cut in on his right. Ridiculous defending, in my opinion. And then the Gordon goal. Did you see this man's Walker on the goal? Jogging back. And then eventually when he realizes, like, all right, hold on, let me stop jogging. He then catches up to Gordon. But then, it was just too easy for Gordon. He
was trying to be Van Dijk, bro.
Yeah, he was trying to be that. You're not Van Dijk, bro. You're not him. You're not that. You can't defend with aura. You don't have that. So you gotta work. You gotta work hard.
I'm saying, yeah.
So both goals on him, in my opinion, at this point looked long.
Nah, you know what it was?
What?
He got that assist and he thought he was him.
He thought he was him.
He thought he was
him. He got in his Trent bag. Yeah. He got an assist and he thought, I don't need to defend.
That's exactly what happened, bro.
You're not Trent, bro. It's ridiculous. But like speaking of that, at that goal though, Bernardo Silva.
Well, goal son.
Can we just give him a round of applause? Like genuinely,
that's instinctual. Like
it's ridiculous. That's just elite technical ability at its finest. That you can't get a cleaner backheel goal than that.
Nah, but I was saying, like Newcastle responded really well to that goal. Like they didn't get demoralized despite like the constant L's that they've been taking, and I don't know. It seemed like Man City was kind of playing a high line in this game.
Yeah, we were.
Which is, I don't know if that's pretty like Pep style.
That is normal. Because we always have the high line, but we were getting caught out too quickly. Because usually when we play, we always have the high line, but we press really well, so we don't let the teams get out and exploit the high line. But the pressing just wasn't wasn't as organized as usual, so they were able to play through it.
No, but I think it's more fair play to Eddie Howe. He realized that that was probably Pep's game plan, and he kind of executed pretty perfectly, especially the first half.
Yeah.
In which they scored 2. Like I said, Isak should have scored a lot more. I don't know what was going on with City's back line in that first half. Something needed to change, and it obviously did the second half.
I mean,
It looked a bit different.
We were just a bit more composed in the second half. I think Rodri was just absolutely dominating the game. Unreal. Like, this guy can do everything. He's genuinely like, he genuinely has very Yaya Toure-esque kind of.
That's a bold statement.
It's not really.
I don't know
though.
if he's as good offensively.
Obviously, he's not. He's more of a true DM than Yaya was, but the way, but this guy was doing step overs, top of the box, and getting a shot off.
That was good.
I mean, I think he is very underrated in the way he's able to move with the ball. Like, people kind of see him as this Busquets regen, like just kind of very stationary.
They see the tucked in shirt and they don't think he's got mobility, bro.
He's got the sauce, bro. Trust me, like he's showing it. I mean, unreal. I mean, we talk about Rodri every week. He's unreal. But yeah, we were just dominating the game more second half, and then of course that boy KDB comes on. KD back, and it's long for the league. It's that simple. It's over. At this point, the league title is over. It was Arsenal and Liverpool's chance to try to get a reasonable lead over City without KDB, and they failed to do it, and it's over now. There's no chance. There's just no chance. This guy is the greatest player to ever step in this league, and I think people will dispute that, of course, but at this point, I feel like it's almost undisputable. Only Henry can rival him at this point for that title.
I mean, yeah, fair play. As we all know, KDB is not, top of my list as favorite players, to be fair. But
Hayden Naz.
Gotta give credit where credit's due. Honestly, really good performance. I guess the last 20 minutes of the game, goal and assist.
It's just unbelievable. And like that goal, bro. Like the way he's able to just drive at the defenders, and it was not a normal finish, bro. The ball was on his left foot. The ball was on for a left-footed shot, and he completely maneuvered his body to just play that pass into the far corner. I mean, there's not really any player from this generation that can score a goal like that. His just ball striking technique is just second to none. I mean, it's just crazy. And then of course, last minute of the game, at this point I would have taken a draw because we were obviously 2-1 down.
It should have been a draw.
I mean, let's be real.
Yeah, let's be real. It should have been a draw.
Let's be real. Newcastle did not play poorly, but we still deserved to win. We dominated the game. And
I don't know.
And look, I would have taken a point because it's at St. James and we were down 2-1. But I mean, KDB, like, how does he find that pass, bro? He has no right to even play that, to get that pass off. No right whatsoever. But of course, then Oscar Bob does a lot of work as well. Croqueta.
He does most of the work, to be fair.
Come on. That ball, I will give Oscar Bob all the credit he deserves, but that ball is...
The ball is good.
No one in the world can play that ball. No one else...
Now you're being crazy,
No one else in the world can play that pass.
Now you're being crazy, bro.
Only Messi can play that pass.
A lot of players are finding that pass.
No.
They see the movement and they're going to play that pass.
No. I think you're underrating you're underrating the pass.
I think you're sucking
him
a little bit too much.
No, you're underrating the pass right now.
Oscar Bob did a lot of the work.
He did a lot of the work. He did amazing work, but without that pass, nothing happens. But of course, Oscar Bob, Croqueta around Dubravka to get his first Premier League goal. What a way to get your first Premier League goal.
Fairs.
And Cole Palmer, who's cold? He's hot right now. It's Oscar Bob. That's who deserves to play in this team. Palmer is on Chelsea for a reason.
Stop, bro.
Oscar Bob sent that brother to London.
They're just two different players. Like, I don't know why is there a comparison?
Not really, though.
They're
both wingers that came up from the City Youth Academy. So
Oscar Bob is way more of a central midfielder than a winger.
No. He's not going to be playing centrally anytime soon. He's always going to be as long as. Come on, if Foden can, is struggling to get minutes in the midfield over the last few years, like Oscar Bob's not going to touch that.
No, but I feel like Oscar Bob can play the left back, right back role.
What are you talking about?
Inverted fullback.
Are you mad?
No.
You're calling him a fullback now?
Yeah.
Brother, he's a winger.
Bro, I don't see Oscar Bob as a winger.
He's very much.
He's not a winger.
He's going to be our Riyad Mahrez replacement.
They're not even the same player.
They're both like very technical wingers that are very good.
Technical winger.
Yeah, technical wingers. ball retention wingers.
Bro, Oscar Bob is not that profile.
Creative winger.
He's more of a
touchline
profile
winger
to Rodri than Riyad Mahrez.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not even trolling, bro.
Guys, am I tweaking here?
I'm not tweaking.
We're saying Oscar Bob is closer to Rodri than Riyad Mahrez?
In terms of profile, yeah.
Are you mad?
I'm being so serious.
Oscar Bob
bro.
is he's a pure attacker. This guy is very weak, fragile. Like he's fragile physically. Like he can't play.
I think he's
defensive role.
He's more of a defender than an attacker, 100%.
You do realize like he's a winger, right? Like his position is a winger /10.
I'm telling you, I see what I see, bro. Like I identify him as a midfielder.
Brother, you'll get your eyes checked.
No, you'll see soon.
You need to get your eyes checked.
I guarantee you Pep's going to play him that inverted fullback position.
Okay, we're going to move on because I don't want to lose any more brain cells.
I'm being so serious.
But, I mean, as far as, like, Newcastle goes...
10th place.
10th place.
They're sitting in 10th.
What's their form looking like? How many wins?
It is not looking
in
good.
The last...
One win in the last 5.
1 win in the last 5. I think they have 2 wins in the last 10, and one of those wins was Sunderland. So it's looking good, long. But at the end of the day, I don't think you can criticize Eddie Howe too much. At the end of the day, like he's working with scraps, bro.
Everyone is working with scraps.
Not
Ange
everyone.
is working with scraps.
I agree. Ange is doing a madness with what he has, but. Come on, let's just.
Even Klopp could be talked about working with scraps.
No.
Bro,
Klopp
he's playing Endo.
That's not his. Bro, they didn't sign a true 6 other than Endo.
So that's still a scrap player, bro.
How?
What do you mean how? He's not clearly good enough to play 6, and he's still top of the league with them.
Endo has been fine for Liverpool. He's been a pretty decent signing actually.
Jota. Before he came back, they didn't have Jota. They didn't have Luis Diaz.
That's not scraps.
They don't have a true left back.
That's not scraps, bro.
Alisson got injured.
Tsimikas was playing.
They don't have a true center back pairing. Konate was a bit injured.
No,
like,
Konate's
come on, bro.
No.
They're playing Gomez week in and week out now. You're talking about
the
that's
only
not scraps?
team that's properly working with scraps, other than Eddie Howe, is Ange. That's the only one. Klopp is not working with scraps. Come on, stop this ridiculous. He signed how many players did he sign in the window? Bare signings. Gravenberch, McAllister, Endo.
McAllister injured, Szoboszlai injured, red cards.
Stop. Stop.
Literally give credit where credit is due. Klopp has been working with scraps.
I'm not trying to discredit Klopp. He's been doing great this season, but he's not working with scraps.
He's been working with scraps, 100%.
No. Eddie Howe this is a different.
Has Pep been working with scraps?
No, of course not.
Okay.
Of course not.
All right.
Just because our squad isn't as big as it used to be, he's not working with scraps. We've not had injury problems like Spurs and Newcastle have. They've had the worst injury problems by far, and I don't think you can blame Howe. Like I think he's, despite this form. Look, if this form obviously continues to the end of the season, then it's looking scary. But
bro, these men's legs are gone.
If he's able to change, turn it around over the next, during February, March, then I think people need to calm down. At the end of the day, look, Newcastle are not going to get Champions League footy, like they did last year, but. That was obviously a mad achievement last year anyway, so you know what I'm saying? So, I mean...
I don't know if you're deep in it, bro. They're behind Chelsea, and they started being title, quote-unquote, contenders.
I get it. Chelsea have been bad, but at the end of the day, Chelsea spent $500 million. Chelsea should not be under Newcastle. Let's not give Chelsea too much credit here. They should not be... finishing below Newcastle with how much they spend, the players they have, Pochettino as a manager. Like, Chelsea need to be talked about more of how shit they've been doing. So, look.
But I don't think Newcastle's getting talked about enough, bro.
No.
I think Eddie Howe's got to...
Bro, he nearly got out of the group of death. He nearly did. He should have. And he should have.
But he didn't.
Refs are the reason he didn't.
Oh my gosh, you love Eddie Howe for some reason.
I'm not.
Bro.
I don't know. I'm not like trying to like stick up for Eddie Howe for no reason. I genuinely believe he deserves.
It's crazy how you give David Moyes hella stick last season and you can't give stick to Eddie Moyes. Like, what's
Eddie Moyes, Eddie Murphy,
Eddie Howe, bro. Like,
nah, because I give Moyes stick because of the football that he plays. Eddie Howe plays proper football. So it's different. It's different. Bro. But we'll see. We'll have to see how it plays out. Anything else you want to talk about for that game?
Nah, I mean,
Title favorites, City or title?
it's looking spooky for Newcastle. That's all I'm saying.
But City or title favorites? I think we can agree on that, right?
Title favorites?
Of course. KDB back. Only, how many points are we off top?
2 points off
2
top.
points off top. KDB back. Yeah, it's long. Salah out for a month.
Advantage Liverpool, bro.
Yeah, fairs.
Advantage Liverpool.
Fairs.
I wouldn't say title favorites. Like I said, I still have Liverpool. I predicted them to win. I said City second. So it's all kind of working into my plan.
Nah. I know exactly what's going to happen at the end of the day. Everyone knows. Anyone with a brain knows what's going to happen. City are going to win the league for Pete. It's coming. But, yeah, I mean, good game there. We can move on.
Yeah.
Manchester United versus Tottenham.
2-2.
At Old Trafford, yep. 2-2. And I think this played out like the way I think most people expected it to. You know what I'm saying?
It was a hard game to predict, I'll be honest.
I don't think so, to be honest. I think this was very much how I expected it to go. Like, United against a team like Spurs at home, they're never going to roll over for them. You know what I'm saying? They're never going to, like, take a beating, especially with how depleted Tottenham are.
Yeah.
So, and, of course, United tried to exploit the high line. That was expected. That's what they did. Mm-hmm. And Spurs overall played better football because at the end of the day, Spurs and Ange are just a better team than United.
But you know what
and
it is?
Ten Hag.
Yeah, like when I was thinking about this game before it happened, like I instantly thought about how United have not played well at home at all. Obviously, they lost 3-0 to Bournemouth. They should have realistically lost to Aston Villa, but they came back, of course. So I knew it was going to be like a hit or miss. Which United was going to come out? Was it going to be a United that was convincing, or shadows of the past couple of games where we've seen a lackluster performance from them? And on top of that, we knew that Son was gone, international duty. Mm-hmm. I think Bissouma and Sarr are on AFCON. Mm-hmm. So they had Skip, Højbjerg, and Bentancur as a midfield three, which that's
a Conte midfield.
That's
right
a
there.
reek. That thing reeks.
It's a Conte. It's an Antonio Conte.
On top
midfield.
of that, they got Timo Werner, who hadn't probably practiced, maybe one practice with them.
Yeah.
Starting left wing.
Richarlison. He wasn't even getting minutes.
Richarlison striker, exactly. And then Brendan Johnson, right wing. So I'm here thinking, all right, this might be a bit spooky for Tottenham, but nonetheless, we saw the identity. No matter what personnel is on that pitch, it looks like an Ange team.
It's a credit to Ange.
And it's full credit to him, of course. We saw the comeback of Van de Ven, and then the fall of Van de Ven again. He got injured again, of course.
I think he just cramped up.
He got subbed out.
Did
no matter what. Yeah, he got subbed.
For Dragusin.
Again, we got to talk about Dragusin.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't really see, based on this performance, if he would be good. He got subbed on before Van de Ven got subbed off. So I think he was kind of playing like a weird hybrid left back position. I don't really know what was going on, but
I think they were just trying to, kind of see the game out.
Yeah, I don't know what it was going on. It was difficult to really see if Dragusin was like a good center back.
I mean, you can't judge him off just a little cameo here. I think he's still gonna have to gel. it's gonna be interesting how Ange uses him. Obviously, he's very young. He's only like 20, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
But I mean, like Van de Ven and Romero have been elite. So I don't really think he's gonna be able to break into the starting 11. But I mean, look, as far as the game goes, United started early, very early. Højlund goal right away.
Roofed it.
It was a great finish. Yeah. I mean, right off the bat, you saw what they were trying to do. They were trying to exploit the high line. Rashford abusing it. Rashford, that guy stinks, bro.
Whoa, give him credit.
Stinks.
He played well.
No, he
played
stinks.
well.
He absolutely reeks.
No, he played well, bro.
The goal for Højlund, like, it wouldn't have happened if Rashford didn't lose the ball.
Yeah, I know.
Udogie strapped him, and then
I know, but the rest of the game, he played well,
he was
bro.
very mid as per usual.
No, you're hating. Bro.
No, I'm not hating, bro. Like, what? Just because he scored a goal? Fair play. The finish was
goal
decent
was good.
For his goal.
The link-up play was good.
But
who was it with? Garnacho? I think it was with Garnacho.
I think it was with Højlund.
I don't think it was with Højlund.
But I mean, other than the goal, I thought he was very average. You know what I'm saying? Bruno average as per usual.
That midfield for United was very poor. I think Spurs in general dictated the game 100%.
Yeah. They're just a better team, bro. Ten Hag can't dominate a game against any opposition. It's not possible for him. He doesn't have the, I guess, the utilities to do it. He has the players to do it, but he can't get the best out of the players whatsoever. He doesn't. I don't think he knows at all what his best 11 is. I don't think he knows. I don't think the players know exactly what Ten Hag is trying to portray with his style. I mean, we've seen this. He has no identity. He's never been able to show an identity with the team, and that's why he gets dominated every single game.
Yeah, I think we're at the point with United where they're just like going through the motions of the games.
Yeah, the thing is,
they're not trying to control anything. They're just there,
The thing is, like United are actually consistent. They're very consistently shit. Like that's the truth. At the end of the day, like we can't even like call them an inconsistent team because they're genuinely bad every game. So it's that's how it is right now. I mean, Varane, Evans, Wan-Bissaka. What I thought was interesting. Why did he play Wan-Bissaka left back and Dalot right back? That seemed kind of backwards to me. Like I know Dalot's a right back naturally, but like he's the one that I feel like can play better on the left side.
Beats me, bro.
I don't know.
Dalot played well though.
Yeah, thing is about Dalot, I think he's one of United's only players that genuinely can always play well despite how
he doesn't care about the coach. He's got his own fire.
I think that's like a very Portuguese like of him. Like he's very Cancelo like he kind of does whatever he wants on the pitch, and it helps United.
You want a player like that.
Yeah, exactly. And
you want a player like that.
I think he's been one of United's best players this season. But yeah, I mean, as far as Spurs go, like Udogie, Porro, again, their fullbacks flying.
They're cooking, bro.
Absolutely cooking. Bentancur with screamer as well. Good finish.
Werner assist.
Look, Werner was very
the 007 allegations are gone already.
You know what I'm saying? But look, Werner, he was not good in front of goal. He was his usual self that we all remember.
It's so funny because like we didn't know who was going to show up, and then instantly we saw
Timo Werner showed up, bro.
It's so funny. So
I mean, look, but he had a good assist. Bentancur, I think Bentancur, in my opinion, he's one. He deserves to start in this Spurs, even a full strength Spurs team. He starts, in my opinion. Basuma, Bentancur, Maddison is their best midfield, in my opinion.
Who'd he start over?
Sarr. Yeah, I think he has to. He's too good, in my opinion.
It's a good challenge for Ainge to have.
Yeah,
it's a difficult decision, but it's a good one. To be honest, they sit 5th. Tied with Arsenal at 4th, but Arsenal still have to play another game. Would you say Spurs would take this result 2-2?
Yeah, I think they would. I think you're going to Old Trafford, regardless of how shit United are.
I think they have a pretty bad record.
They have
at
a terrible
Old Trafford
record at Old Trafford. They always get cooked there. And with the injuries that they have, Son out, I think they got to take this result, especially because they were down twice.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? If they took a lead and bottled it, maybe that's different. But they were down twice. They got to take that result.
We need to talk about one man as well.
Who?
6 goals in 6 games. Man like Slick Rick Richarlison, bro.
Shout out to
all them haters, yeah. Mm-hmm. All them haters, yeah. You specifically, who is calling him, for his head. This is a
purple patch.
What is happening,
Purple patch.
He's got more goals than Saka, I think. Doesn't he?
Okay. Like, is that hard? Saka,
No, he's tied for Saka, but
Saka's not good. Saka's not good. Richarlison's not good either. This is a purple patch.
Bro?
It's a purple patch, bro.
Okay, so
are you saying
Solanke's good, or is that purple patch?
Nah, Solanke's a great player. Solanke is a better player than Richarlison. That is one. That is come on, bro.
Did you watch the game?
Of course,
he played well.
His
link-up play was really good.
I'm not gonna call
his runs were good.
I'm not gonna say Richarlison played poorly. He played a great game.
Okay,
but it's a purple
But it's
patch.
been consistent.
No, it's
over the past couple games. He stepped up when they needed him to step up.
Tell him to do it for 6 months. Tell him to do it for 8 months. Tell him to do it for 12 months, and we'll see.
Sit here and
maybe
watch.
I'll shut up. But right now,
sit here and watch.
On business. Richarlison is mid. He's a mid player. 50 million down the drain for Spurs. He's not
looking like a good investment to me.
He's not going to be a long-term 9 if they want to win trophies for them. You know what I'm saying? But he can be a backup or depth player for sure. But hey, fair play to him. Good goal. At the end of the day, he look at his goal catalog: tap-ins, headers.
Hard goals to score, mate.
Not really.
Hard goals to score.
But I do want to talk about Brennan Johnson. I told you this guy reeks. I told you. What did I say? I said
I don't think he had played a horrible game.
He was horrible. He was horrible. He was terrible. Actually, he was very bad. and
the hell?
Dude, he's not good. I told you when they signed him, 50 million. Horrible price for him. He was not good at Forest. He was only even somewhat useful when they were able to exploit high lines. And even when they did that, he was very wasteful. You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand the signing. You know, very mid player, very mid-table Premier League player. Yeah, mid. But
listen, some players just need time to adapt. Bro.
I'll give him time. Give him time. But I'm just gonna. But I know I like to say when I'm right. But anyway, yeah. I mean, is Spurs gonna get top 4?
Spurs getting top 4. You know, this Premier League season has been super tricky to really.
It's been very tricky with all the things that have happened, like injuries and like point deductions, which we should talk about as well.
Yeah, it's so hard, bro. Because I predicted Arsenal to finish 4th.
Mm-hmm. Did you?
I did. I predicted them to finish 4th.
Oh yeah, you did.
The only prediction is a bit shiesty for me is United. Yeah, for sure. I think Tottenham could finish 4th.
Yeah, I think they will, bro.
I think it's more likely than
Villa. I think they will I think Villa will drop out. So I think Spurs can get 4th.
They can get 4th, especially if they get their talisman players back for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like the summer signings so far.
Yeah,
Dragusin reinforcement coming in.
You mean
Timo Werner coming in.
You said summer.
Yeah, January signings so far. Like,
yeah.
Usually we see the back end of January a lot of signings, but they were right away.
Early.
Like, fair play to the bald man.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Big Levy. But yeah, before we move on, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about these crazy point deductions. Breaking news: Everton looking like they're getting a point deduction. Forest. Not really surprisingly though.
Not really.
They went on a spree.
They had 50 dons.
They had 50-man squad. They were spending like crazy just coming up from the championship. So it looked a bit shiesty and they're getting punished, bro. Which is a bit mad because the relegate. I think they're just trying to make a box office relegation fight because without the point deductions, it was looking clear who was going down.
True.
Now it's looking like they're just trying to make some drama, end of the season drama.
Damn.
So
that would put Everton with 7 points.
How do you know?
Forest
did
at 10.
They already decide what the points?
I thought it would be 10 points.
I don't know if they decided how the value.
I would feel it would be 10 points.
Maybe.
Like, that would be way too harsh if it was more than that. Like,
I think it would be harsh.
How much did
another
Derby
10
get?
would be harsh.
How much did Derby get?
I don't really know, to be honest.
Was it more than 10?
I think it was.
I don't know. If Everton get another 10-point deduction,
that would be mad.
Like,
and Dyche still stays up. Crazy.
I think they would probably have to build a statue for Dyche at Everton, honestly, because that's just like insane, bro. Yeah. If they get another deduction, like honestly, break off from the Prem, go to the Scottish League, like join the La Liga or something, because that's just being disrespectful, bro. Like but even then, like even if it rallies the fans, like there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
But
with 20-point deduction. But look, Forest as well, we're going to have to see how the relegation fight pans out. It's going to be an interesting second half of the season.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.